Greetings from Southern Yankee Homestead. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Today we're getting into the hydraulic pump from the wood splitter. A couple episodes back I pulled it apart so you could see what actually failed. And, well, I'll try to include some footage from that. My original theory was the pump had been tightened down too much, and the pop that the guy had heard was the inner shaft basically slipping into the housing itself. Turned out that that was the issue, so the secondary or the second stage of the hydraulic pump was just free spinning, and that's what the whining was it was turning, but there was no way for it to pump any fluid. So today I finally tracked down all the pieces I need to put this pump together. One of the easiest ones was this little clip here. Let me hold it down. This was one of the easier pieces to find. It's just a little circlip. Found it at the local Napa store. They gave me 4 of them for the cost of nothing. They had it in a kit and said it was too much of a pain in the butt to put into the system to buy, so he gave it to me. The next piece that was easy was a woodruff key, or also known as, where are we at? A half moon key. That was the easy one. The next piece, that was very, very, very difficult. I ended up going to 12 different stores to find the other woodruff key that we needed. I tried Tractor Supply, Napa, O'Reilly's, AutoZone, Granger, and Ace Hardware. Could not find the right key. Oh, and Amazon. Could not find the right key. The key in question is this one right here. Now, to give you a comparison, that is the key that we had a hard time finding. So if you run into this issue where the hydraulic pump squeals when it gets pressure on it, you probably broke that key. And with that, you're going to have a hard time finding it. I could not find it through any standard sources. Turned out I happened across a lawn and garden equipment store that was right across from one of the places I was checking. They didn't have one in stock, but one of the old timers went into his 20-year bin, started shuffling through drawers, and found that one key at the bottom of a drawer. Yeah, so we got lucky on that. Then they were like, it's gonna be $35. I was like, okay. He didn't know how many places I checked to try to find that. They ended up charging me $1. But let me get into this. This is a very simple pump to rebuild. I have everything all laid out. The only specific tools you're gonna need is probably an inverted Torx head. I'm gonna use a 12-point socket. Good or bad, that's what I'm using. We're gonna go ahead and put together our shafts. Yeah. So, doesn't really matter which gear. Both of these are the same. We're going to take our short shaft, got this little keyway here. Notice slips right in there if we get it just right. If you don't get it just right, it don't slip in there. There we go. We're going to take one of our circ clips, or E-clips, or whatever you call them, slip it over, slide it down to it, take another clip, get it started, and we're going to give it a little bit of assistance. This probably isn't the right way to do it, but I'm not here to do the right way, I'm here to do it. There. We're going to set that one aside for now. Now this is the fun one. If you notice, there's a keyway here, and a keyway here. I know because I took it apart, this is the keyway that goes to one of these couplings. And yes, this is the wrong coupling. So what we're going to do is, we're going to take one of our keyways. Actually, we're going to put our primary in. We're going to line that up. And we're going to get it in there. So, went past it, oh well. So if you see there, we got a keyway. I'm going to go ahead get our keyway in there. We'll line it up. Go. A little bit past it, no big deal. Get our retaining clip on there. I put it so the keyway can't come out. I'm gonna you want to be stubborn. You want to be stubborn. There we go. I'm gonna go right there. Make sure she's all the way in. Now, we're gonna stop at this point. We're not gonna put the secondary on yet. We're gonna go over here. All right, so one of these goes all the way through, the other one doesn't. We're going to line up the one that goes all the way through with the missing lug nut. We're going to go ahead and drop her in. Oh, and while I'm thinking of it, I damaged the original gasket. Come to find out, you can buy these at Napa. Part number 5068. It is basically a fuel injector gasket. So with that, now we take our secondary and we drop it in the other side. Line the teeth up and set it in there. Now, if you notice, there's a hole here, but not a hole here. You got the same thing on the other side, so you want to line them up. Then when you get them just right, they should just pop right in together. Let's go ahead and give her a hand. This is not going as planned. There we go. Alright, now we're going to take our small woodruff key. It's going to go right in here. I'm going to take one of our gears. Nice and clean. Line it up. There we go. Then our other gear is free floating. Just put it right in there like that. Okay. Now we're going to lay our gasket back on, or what's left of our gasket. And we're going to that. Line up all our holes. I know, I should get a new gasket. Well, if I could find one, I would. Now, you notice you got a big hole here, no hole here, same thing here. And then also you got your dowel pins. So you're going to line it up. There you go. Now it's just a matter of putting all the bolts back in and tightening them up. Alright, I'm using a 6.6 millimeter socket. I'm going to go ahead and finger tighten that in, and then we're going to kind of like tightening down tires or lug nuts. And before I forget, the Woodruff key, the smaller of the two, is a 1/4 by 1/8 by 1/8, or thereabouts. I had a very hard time finding one. You may have an easier time, and if someone finds one and gets a part number for it, leave it in the comments. She spins, stiff but spins. Now this Woodruff key would go right here, and then the coupler will go over it. Again, wrong coupler. But next step in this process is to go ahead and reinstall it on the wood splitter. Why, may you ask, am I reinstalling it on the wood splitter? Because this wood splitter is going to get the old engine and its original pump, and then I'm going to sell it. I like the new splitter better. Alright, in case you're wondering what I did at the end, I basically turned the fuel off on the carburetor, or going to the carburetor, and left the engine running. What that does is it cleans out the carburetor bowl so that next time I start it, turn the fuel on, it's got fresh fuel in there, or fresher fuel, and I'm not getting the lacquer and whatnot since I don't run that engine that much. Try to keep fresh fuel in it, but if I'm not going to be running it for a while, or I don't know when I'll run it again, I just go ahead, shut the fuel off, let it run, good to go. Obviously, it was a successful test, so hydraulic pump is working again. How long? I don't know. I threw it together. And what I'm going to do now, this wood splitter you see here over my left shoulder, right of your screen, is going to get the original hydraulic pump and the motor from the other wood splitter that was originally on there. We're swapping it out because, well, I like the Honda better than the Greyhound. But once I get the motor back on this one, I'll go ahead and put this on Marketplace and put it up for sale. I'll probably get to that in the next couple days, depending on the weather. It's pretty hot right now, obviously. So I'll get that together when I can, because one of the next projects that's coming in here, I need to do some work on the Jeep. I need to get that steering fixed. So that will be coming in very soon, because it's due for inspection in 2 weeks. But hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you've subscribed recently, thank you. It means a lot to us. It shows that we're actually getting out there, people are actually seeing us, and they're enjoying it enough to subscribe. So if you've subscribed, thank you. If you haven't subscribed, come on. You sat this far. Why not subscribe? Doesn't cost you anything. But like and comment. If you got questions, put them in the comments down below. And if you want something more specific and don't want to put it in the comments, you can always email us. We've answered several emails from y'all so far. If you're wondering, our email is in the description and the about screen. So hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!